sales ability. This ability is critical to selling yourself as a professional to potential clients and selling services and products to your clients as well. To be successful at Mix, number one, you're going to want to have desire, cooperation, be able to take constructive criticism. That's definitely an important one. And having a positive attitude. So no one likes to be around someone with a negative attitude. Smile and be positive. Your training will be more effective. Program and course outline. So there is a copy of your specific program and course outline inside of your guys' folder. There are a few different packets inside of this black folder that are different documents that are required for you to have on campus with you every day. So over the weekend, I definitely suggest getting a backpack, getting a binder, and then having this folder with you. Essentially, that way you just have all of your papers with you if you ever need to go back or refer back to anything that will be available for you. But your program and course outline will have a list of the hours that are needed for different subjects. It will go over what is going to be done in certain sections of your program, looking at different chapters, and it'll basically go into detail about what you'll be learning. So that's one thing you'll be able to go over the weekend, but definitely keep on hand with you while you're on campus. So the barbering course outline, which all of our outlines are very similar, it's just for study that's different. My barbers, you guys will have to complete 1,000 hours, so depending on your schedule, it will be from 6.5 months to 10 months. Based on what is on your contract is going to be your contract graduation date. It's important for everyone in here that we're able to graduate by the date on our contract, or we start to go into overtime fees. So my barbers, the instructional methods used is going to be instruction by demonstration, lecture, classroom participation, and then clinical theory, the demonstration by a student of a complete service on another person or on a mannequin. So everyone should be getting their kits by next Friday. My Cosmos and barbers, you'll have to prepare and purchase either a duffel bag or luggage and bring it to school with you. It'll be Friday the 20th. That way when we give you guys all of your equipment, you have something to put it in and take it out to your car since your kit does not come with the actual case itself. And then books, my barbers, you guys received the Lady Standard Professional Barbering textbook as well as SEMA online access. So everyone received their textbook today. The SEMA online access is an application that you guys can download on your phones. I believe sometime next week they'll get you more settled in with your apps. I'll have them download Google Classroom though. But you will receive a username and a password, and you'll be able to access your book through this app. There are certain practice tests and exams that you guys can take advantage of and study tools. So you have access to this for 2 years. You'll be able to access it after you graduate. So that's something that you guys will be able to utilize once you've already graduated from here.
Which is nice for licensure, taking your test.
For the outline of your course, which is going to be identical to the Cosmos, so please pay attention on Cosmos. This is how your whole entire program is broken down. So we have 4 different phases. The first phase is called Core. This is the first 250 hours of your program. The first 6 weeks, you're going over a ton of health and safety. You're figuring out how the floor works. We're preparing you to start taking clients. At 250 hours, you will be tested out to go on the floor. There's going to be a series of different rubrics that you'll have to pass in order to start taking clients, as well as you'll be receiving your rollouts, my Cosmos and barbers. So that way, when you're able to take your client out to the floor, you'll have somewhere to put all of your products and equipment.
Yes.
When you hit 501 hours, you're a creative. At this time, we definitely want to start working on your timing, trying to get at least maybe 2 clients in a day, depending on what your schedule is here. And then masters is 751 to 1,000 hours. So masters for my Cosmos and barber, it will be a very important time during your journey here, since we are really preparing you for what life is going to be like after you graduate from here. So we're getting you to make your resume, you're doing the those mock interviews with the owners of the school. We're helping you, look for jobs. I know if you guys get close to 1,000 hours and you're still kind of looking for a place to go, definitely knock on my door. And myself or Caitlin or Bella will literally go with you online and try to figure out, who's hiring. But I've definitely been here long enough to know a lot of barbershop owners, so techs, we have a ton of that have just recently graduated and are opening their own salons and looking for people to actually go in there. So, yeah, you guys need help, just let me know. And then business management, customer service, and salon retailing, as well as target marketing classes continuously taught throughout the program. So, this is what the main difference is going to be for my part-timers and full-timers. So since my full-timers are here for 8 hours a day, you guys are getting all of this information crushed into about 6.5 to 7 hours. That's why you guys are able to get it out of here super fast. My part-timers, you're only here from 9 to 2, so 5 hours a day, you're getting a little bit of this information that our full-timers getting every single day until you hit your 10-month mark. So that's what the main difference is going to be for my full-time and part-timers. My part-timers are able to stay until 5 in order to gain hours. Just if you had taken out financial aid for this program, you wanna take a very close look at your attendance percentage. If you plan on staying extra credit hours for maybe like 2-3 days of the week. It's important that your attendance percentage does not go above 100. So I would say anywhere between like 105 or 110%, because then it starts to affect how much financial aid you receive for the school. So definitely welcome our part-timers to come and get as many additional hours as they can, but it's going to be your responsibility to keep a close eye on your attendance percentage. My Cosmos, 1,000 hours as well. You guys have the same instructional methods that are used. The only difference is that you received the textbook specifically for Cosmos. You have the same layout. And then my minutes. So you guys have a 400-hour program. It's usually equal to about 4 months of school. You guys have pretty much the same instructional methods used as well, except you guys receive email technician. So since your guys' program is a little bit shorter, how long the phases are adjusted. So the first 80 hours is considered your guys' core, where you're learning your state board preparation, and then you hit the floor at 81 hours to 160 hours. Once you hit 161 and 240, you guys are on the floor already doing manicures, pedicures, doing natural and gel, and doing pedis as well. When it comes down to acrylic, we stay away from clients just so they don't come the next day until you guys like a nail is chipped or something needs to be fixed. But you guys will get a ton of experience with acrylic on each other as well as with the different students here. And then your guys' masters is considered from 241 hours to the rest of your program, so 400. Okay, so you all have a copy of this inside of the folder. If you want to take a picture of this slide, it will be beneficial as well. This is your guys' schedule, so if you guys get kind of lost on Monday and need to figure out where you're at throughout the day, you can refer back to this. The full-time schedule is going to be in red, and then part-time schedule is going to be in black. When everyone comes down to school on Monday, you'll have to check in for breaks. If you're staying past 2 o'clock, you'll have to check out for a lunch from 12 to 12:30. And then at the end of your day, it's mandatory for everyone to clock out. It's not required for you guys to clock out for any 15-minute breaks. So you guys get about 2 different breaks depending on your schedule throughout the day. And if it's 15, you don't have to worry about spinning the toe. But if you're coming in for the day, you have to. If you're taking a 30-minute break, you have to. And then as well as you clock out for the day. My nannies, this is the 12 to 5 class. If you guys want to take a picture of this, you could. I want to remind you guys, the last 30 minutes required for everyone. That leaves at 2 or 5 o'clock is dedicated for health and safety, so we all have a cleanup to do before we leave for the day. That doesn't matter if you're leaving early, or if you're leaving at the designated time, everyone gets a clock out, or gets a cleanup before they leave. So make sure you check in with your instructor and see what they need. Overtime fees, so Cosmos and Barbers is $14.81 an hour if you're here past your graduation date, and then $6.25 additionally an hour for my families if you guys are here past the contract graduation date. Does anyone in here know their graduation date? Yeah?
Actually, I got a question.
You should put it in your phone.
For the part-time barbering program, right? So it ends at 2, correct?
Correct.
Alright, so are we obligated to say I want to get like a couple extra hours in that day for whatever reason?
You could, like if you wanna leave at 3 or something.
And I don't have to stay till 5?
Yeah.
Correct?
Correct.
Yeah, so you can still, you can stay up until a certain time.
Yeah.
You just have to bring it to one of your barber instructors, and we'll sign it off and let them know. That way front desk just knows for appointments and stuff like
Got it.
that.
And then the app, that email that we received, the app for attendance, we'll probably check in.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
teach you guys how to use the app, yeah.
Got it.
Do you have a question? NIC, so everyone has a packet in their lap folder that's pretty thick, it'll say NIC in the corner in blue. It'll be different per program, so that is for everyone. It's gonna be required for you to have on hand with you at all times while you're talking at school, and especially if they refer back to this. A lot, especially when you're beginning your journey here, so definitely keep it on hand. I know if you misplace it, they may have a need for it inside of your private Google Doc. So you do utilize Google Docs more often here. And then we have SAC, so. This is for satisfactory academic progress policy. I will have Ms. Linda come down and explain, this policy, this ties hand in hand with the financial aid department. So we'll go over some regulations that you guys have to maintain here, or you could be at risk of losing your financial aid. So that's something that is definitely possible for our students as they take out FAFSA. Hi, hey everyone. So congratulations on choosing Nixon starting on Monday. I'm Linda, the financial aid director here at Nix, and I want to talk to you about the satisfactory academic progress policy we have. I'll also call it SAP. SAP for short. So the school does have a standard for its students. All students must maintain satisfactory academic progress. So what that is maintaining a cumulative average of a C, which is 70% or better at the end of each evaluation period. So I'll go over the evaluation periods in a minute. Also, you must maintain a cumulative average of at least 67% attendance throughout your time here. Also, complete the course within 1.5 times the length of the program. For example, if you sign up for a course that's 44 weeks, you must complete it within 66 weeks. And those of you that are receiving financial aid from FAFSA, this definitely applies to you. Receiving FAFSA funding goes along with passing the SAP policy at the points that we have on the next page. So for cosmetology, the SAP is measured at 450 and at 900 hours. For barbers, it's pretty much the same, 450 and 900 hours. And then we have our crossover, 75 and 150. And then the manicure is at 175 and at 350. So these are the hour points that will measure your satisfactory academic progress.
requirements for academics and attendance at the evaluation point are pretty much considered to be making your satisfactory academic progress. So at that point is when we receive financial aid. We don't receive your financial aid all at once. So it's determined every time you pass the SAP. Students that are not meeting those requirements will receive a warning. They will receive a warning, and you'll have until your second SAP to bring up your either attendance or your academics. So the warning, at each evaluation period, you will meet with an educator to go over your percentages at that time. And there's a form that you file, that you sign. So you receive a hard copy of what your percentage attendance is. And if those that are not making the SAP progress, you'll be evaluated as far as what you need to, if you need to do makeup work or come to school more often. So definitely make sure you're coming to school all the days that you're scheduled. Those students that are not meeting the satisfactory academic progress twice in a row, they will have their financial aid terminated, and then from that point, they'll become a cash paying student. There is an appeal procedure for those students that don't make satisfactory academic progress twice in a row. We do understand that life happens. We have poor attendance due to situations, mitigating circumstances that include illnesses, transportation issues, child care issues, and things like that. As long as it's documented, there is an appeal procedure. You will be given, I believe it is 10 days to turn in your appeal along with documentation. Usually at 30 calendar days or before, we come to a decision whether we'll go forward with your appeal or it won't be approved. Those students that do have a successful appeal will be placed on a probation until the next until the next point of measure. Those students that have a successful appeal have their financial aid reestablished. And again, yes, this is just pretty much confirming that they're gonna be on a probationary period. So if you have any specific questions about your financial aid, come see me, just right across the way, but I'd like to congratulate you.
So here I have an example of how you guys will be graded, so percentage wise, and then for theory, there is a point system, so just know, it's like any other regular college grading system. For career counseling and personal attention, so it states students are counseled individually as often as necessary to review the student's progress and adjustment. Successful salon owners and stylists are scheduled to be present at the school regularly to give demonstration and discuss career goals and especially experience. So activity supplies will vary. Counseling is carried out by the instruction and supervisors. So typically Monday mornings are when we have the seniors come down to work their shops, especially the ones that are hiring, that way you guys are able to build connections and relationships with people and will be able to have job placement right after school. So that's gonna be super important to us. For you guys, we actually have you start looking at places that you wanna actually be in when you guys are doing a master's course, and you'll have to do the actual footwork and do a report on it. So even starting today, start going on Instagram, finding different salons where you like either their aesthetic or you have a good vibe. That way you have at least ideas of what you're looking for in the salon that you're in. Students may request additional counseling sessions at any time, and students are given personal attention assistance at every stage of training from the first day of enrollment to the day of their graduation. reference materials and media center, so if you guys, lose your book and need to purchase one, we could do that for you, you would have to come see me. But you'll also be able to access your book through the app, so if you leave at home one day, you can pop up the Matrix app and you'll be able to put in your login credentials and access it from there. If you guys are not wearing your smock or a mixed t-shirt, we will have loaners in the front office, but they are limited, so definitely come to school in dress code every day, because if the loaners are out, you'll be sent home for the rest of the day and lose out on your hours. This is going to be a packet that is inside of the black folder. It's the Barbering and Cosmetology Act and Regulations. So this is a state board rules and regulations packet. A new one comes out every single year. This one I provided to you guys is from 2023. Next year, I'll most likely have to give you guys the 2024 one. But this has to be on hand with you at all times when you're clocked in, because state boards can pop up at any time, and which they have before, and I've seen it done, where they, basically do this whole interview, and they'll ask, certain questions, you know, do you like the engineering, whatever, but also, you have this packet on hand right here. If you do not have this present, and you're able to show that you have it physically, then it's a fine per student. So you can be very disappointed that you guys have this on hand with you, as well as your NIC packet. So just put it, somewhere in your binder that you know you're bringing to school every day. School rules and regulations, so the school hours are Monday through Friday from 9 to 5. If you guys are trying to reach us during the weekend, I definitely suggest emailing. For attendance, you'll have to email Lord if you are either tardy or you're going to be totally absent, you have any upcoming vacations, you have a doctor's appointment, this is who you're going to want to email. I suggest taking a picture of this slide, putting this email inside of your phone right now, that way if you're late anytime next week, this is the person that you want to contact. If you're going to be tardy, you'll have to email her as well as call the front desk. So everyone should be putting the phone number in right now, 916-421-5950. That's going to be for the whole entire school. You reach the financial aid department at that number, admissions, education, your instructor, Ms. Moraine. So that is going to be our main line. No call, no shows. This could lead to a $25 fine and suspension for multiple offenses. So if you see that you're gone for multiple days at a time,